Hello. Let's go. Another day, another edition of Jousts. We are gonna close out April with the last match. And open up May. I'm actually quite excited about that. Should be a good pair of matches. Let's last time we're gonna see this graphic. I'm pointing at it on my screen. That's what you saw there with my hands. Oh, stop doing that. Yeah, last time we're gonna see this little graphic. Little beauty. Alright, let's head into the first match here. It's gonna be nightmeh and mikadoman. Last match of joust. Why is the webcam not behaving? April did so much better than anything I imagined. April did really well. I think the map pool was pretty good as well. The game on migration was good. It was between Boy and Berries in week number 1. We have that beauty on Mega Random with with Kanki and Pat, where he tried to do the all-in against English. We also had against Kanki against Berries with the Scouts, but he won. That was really nice. And then the other maps are pretty vanilla. I also think is important. We do want to have a... Like, as much as I want a weak meta with the maps, I want there to be a meta. So something that we can all understand and we can all follow. So that's why the 3 maps I'm thinking of keeping all the time is Dry Arabia, Land, Mega Random, and 4 Lakes. But enough of that, let's go. Welcome in, everybody, and this is it's gonna have a very nostalgic feel. Sorry about the colors there, because this is the last match of April. Last match of April. It's so good to be here, wrap up the tournament with a final blast. Hopefully the guys will deliver. We'll see about that. Let's get into the game. After the introductions, I'll wrap things up a little bit, especially in the other games here. So mikadoman is the French here in the color blue, going with 8 on food, so telling me that he's going with 4 on gold right now and is going to try to be very aggressive. Just something that I always appreciate about players. On the other hand here, House of Lancaster and nightmeh. Going aggressive is an understatement, going with Dark Age Spears. Dark Age Spears against French can be very powerful, especially against a build like this, where mikadoman was very aggressive at going for food. He doesn't have any gold mined yet. Oh, that's that first spear. Chasing right down, and in 20 seconds I'll say this. I think the tournament went really well. It definitely exceeded my expectations. We had a few arbitration cases, and and a certain player signed up and didn't have time to show up. You guys will see the bracket, and you'll see the games as they get released to YouTube. So it's happen. Oh, alright, enough of that. So we have first villager getting attacked. nightmeh here, some decent-ish micro. mikadoman is going to be content with just pulling the workers over, but nightmeh with showcasing that he can definitely be an aggressive player. mikadoman forced to pull from food so early here to try and collect this last little bit of gold here, and this is just annoying. Is definitely an understatement here. mikadoman needs to deal with this as soon as he can. Ooh, he has enough gold to wage up. Alright, so while that does go a long way, it's only one spearman for nightmeh. Here attacking, we have 2 more in the conga line. So pretty nice play from mikadoman. He does take a little bit of damage, but forces so much idle time. And don't forget, mikadoman wanted to be very aggressive on collecting food, because in my estimation he wanted to go for knights and try to try to gain some tempo that way. Which, of course, all of that is a bit thwarted. He's gonna have to worry about defending this. In time to... So here, nightmeh. These Dark Age plays are always... I don't want to call them a gamble. Because, yeah, okay, you can... It has the gambly nature of you can just deal no damage and the game is over, but... the point here for nightmeh is that it's gonna slow down mikadoman and force mikadoman to play a different game than what he wanted to play. Keep in mind, mikadoman would already be almost aged up, if not actually aged up by now. Yeah, for mikadoman, continuing with my thought here, you're trying to slow your opponent down, throw them off their strategy, and have them play on their own terms. So that worked for nightmeh, right? Yeah, we get a school of cavalry, we might get some horsemen to raid, but like, there's no gold here for mikadoman. On the other hand, though, mikadoman can go for archers who don't actually chase in the TC. Oh my god, that was so lucky for nightmeh. Yeah, nightmeh is be content with this. I would be pretty happy with pulling my French opponent off of gold and going with the Abbey of Kings, which can ordain the Lords of Lancaster as the House of Lancaster. If you know English, you will know the Abbey of Kings able to spawn the king instead. So yeah, I like this. I like changing things up from variant to variant here. Yeah, Abbey of Kings, same functionality. The unit it creates is a bit different. So that's nightmeh? No, that's mikadoman. Sorry, looked cyan on the minimap. Yeah, I don't know. This is the real gamble here. He's not even going to try to defend his own turf here. He's just going to try to mine that gold from very far away with 5 workers nonetheless. No, it's actually 6 workers. That would have been my bad. But yeah, so nightmeh with the tower on the main gold. That gold is very exposed. I don't know. Let's switch over to nightmeh. See if he already saw this area. Oh, he already did. So he's not even going to stumble upon it. Just looking into the dark areas. He might actually not realize that this is taken. All right, for nightmeh here, loads of wood. Might be aggressive. Yeah, but with a lot of stone as well. So this, yeah, we're definitely gonna get manners and that kind of play here. So we're getting the Lords of Lancaster. I think the first one is free, right? Yeah, the first one is free. Wow, if nightmeh goes here, this is game over. By the way. But yeah, big gamble for mikadoman to do that. Alright, we're getting a range too. The range is very important. You definitely want archers to contain those spears. Archers are okay against the Lord of Lancaster. You get enough numbers here. Nothing the Lord of Lancaster can do. Oh my god, mikadoman is getting special ice pick this early in the game. Very important because we have 5 workers there and he wants to be able to tuck them all into the tower. So where is nightmeh going? That's what I really want to see. Oh, that's the first night. You might have missed it. Might have missed it. Oh my god, but these are some quick, weird walls. I don't really like using resources as walls. Especially, like, mikadoman is definitely going with archers here. So, if you ever take that gold, you're going to be vulnerable to the archers. On the other hand, though, it's a quick, easy way to make sure that that you can at least, like, this wall is important, right? The knight can just come in, tap, and leave. I guess to do it the long way. Oh my, that's nightmeh Scout. Nightmeh Scout might catch this villager going to the gold. Oh, he knows. Oh, no, he doesn't know. He sees that. But he sees the worker going. Oh, my. Might be too late, though. Might be too late, but... Yeah, there you go. There's the one spear. It's just created. No upgrades on this outpost. Ooh, I don't... The Lord of Lancaster has to be careful. You also have this knight causing all sorts of chaos, but yeah, mikadoman, skilled player, has his archers do the damage here. Yeah, just a single knight, I think, deals with the Lord of the Lancaster very easily. Oh, doesn't get the charge! He nerfed himself last second here. Gonna get the charge. Doesn't get the charge against the scout, that's pretty good. They're gonna get the charge against the Lord here. Don't forget that when charging they are also faster. And that is a Lord gone. That was terrible observing on my part. Oh no! nightmeh's rallying his spear so far away! He needs to keep these alive! He needs to keep them alive. Alright, now he's doing the right thing here and rallying them to the back of the base. Mikadoman trying to be a little bit too zealous here with the archers. Hey, I would just have them in hold position here. And mikadoman is in a dominant position all of a sudden. Sure, that tower was great, and I didn't even mention it at the start of the game. This tower here is fantastic at denying these 2 golds. But mikadoman's not with the gold far away. So if nightmeh somehow gets out of this pickle, he's gonna go for that gold, I can guarantee you. Yeah, for those of you thinking, oh, mikadoman, he could definitely... Sorry, nightmeh could try... No, definitely mikadoman, sorry, I was right there. mikadoman can go and try to destroy the tower and everything. He wants to keep the pressure up. Oh, mikadoman going for siege engineers and chivalry. Oh, look at the Hobelar. Oh, and he's raiding under the TC. Good job here from nightmeh, but unfortunately, though... Yeah, not enough units ever to really fight the Massive Knights. But mikadoman not taking good fights here. He's 3 of these are low. 1 of them is full health. This one is 24 HP. That's 2 pokes with the Sharpie sticks. And he keeps the rally here on the forward gold of nightmeh. But there's a rear gold here that's being taken, and of course mikadoman figured out what's going on. But the House of Lancaster takes a long time to get set up. Lancaster's at this time has got like their bad timing. Oh, almost gets workers. Man, many heart attacks all around for me here. But he flees and manages to keep everyone alive. This guy, 9 HP, and the Hobelar's of 7 attack. Ooh, he's gonna survive with 1. The Hobelar's managed to touch it. There you go, 1 HP. Alright, we're getting a ram up, so time is running out here for nightmeh. Nice wall. I don't know, what do you guys think about what nightmeh is doing here? He's using his army elsewhere. He could be protecting the wall going up. The Hobelar, an alternative to the Horsemen, of course, of the House of Lancaster. They're slightly weaker, slightly cheaper as well, so you can afford to get more of them. If you look here, they cost 75 food, but they cost gold. They cost gold. Alright, the ram is destroying a few houses. You can afford to let these ones go. This army, though, same value, so maybe with the Lord? Yeah, maybe with the Lord, nightmeh can do this. But he just takes such a good fight here. And don't forget, the more archers there are, the better they will perform. We're going for the ram like this. Yeah, I like it, but you have to actually get it down. Oh, doesn't actually get it down. Alright, he's gonna get it down now. Oh, he uses the Hobelar really well. Is nightmeh gonna have the micro capabilities to do this? Ooh, I don't... That's way too many knights. Way too many knights, and starting to see the power of the French knights here in play. There's not enough units. Not enough units for nightmeh to defend this right now. But he is floating wood. Oh, but the archers are gonna go down. That's so hilarious. Yeah, mikadoman is in such a leading position that I feel like this move, usually I would disapprove, but yeah, he has way too many 11 knights diving at town center. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna lose gonna lose a bunch of HP on one of them. Wow, this is like the worst wall ever. Just here so that they don't run around. Another lord goes down. We have a ram coming up. Not really. Yeah, nightmeh calls it, so that's 1-0 to mikadoman. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Welcome to game number 2. We have this is mega random. You can definitely tell by the weird ass glyphs here. It's mikadoman playing as the Ubids. Amazing pick here, considering it's gonna be a hybrid map. And on the other hand, also a great pick for a hybrid map. It is a mill. nightmeh's going for a mill on the water. Wow, this is gonna be a tempo battle right there. Yeah, nightmeh down. 1-0 to mikadoman here. Heading into this game number 2. Oh, the generation of mega random is actually really cool. So looking at what happened, we have this massive cliff here in the middle that mikadoman could definitely use to his advantage. Unfortunately, he has this river which will definitely destroy any walls that he will want to create. Also going on water is actually, he's going to create some docks here. All of these fish, yeah, they're all shoreline. Let's open the sheep overlay, which I didn't do last match, and I feel like we lost something there. Yeah, something pretty even right now. Everything seems to be very normal here, except nightmeh is gonna go land and mikadoman is gonna try water. So nightmeh, if he can deal some significant damage before water economy makes it overwhelming against the cost of making the ships, mikadoman is gonna have a massive advantage, especially being Ubids. Yeah, going now for gold, so probably gonna stay on 3 ships. Yeah, the ships are much cheaper. The cheaper ships are Japanese, if I'm... yeah, don't see too many water games to really know all the tech here. But we have nightmeh going, talking to the back of the base. Let's see what he sees. Hasn't found mikadoman yet. Gonna find him now. Oh, there you go. He actually... he saw the straggler? Oh, that's very interesting. I might actually have given up on trying to find him. And he was going to be right there, so... Okay, we get an Aachen Chapel. It's Aachen Chapel, not the Mindwerk Palace. I'm not going for this incredibly early timing with all spikes or trying to get +1 range. Or anything like that. Going more for a sustained economy play. Of course, Jagen Chapel, for those of you who don't know. You get a prelate inside. There's a large area where the units are inspired. Inspiration is a spell from the prelate, which increases villager gather rate by 35%. 35%. That's probably the larger buff out of anyone, and that's why the Jagen Chapel is the preferred landmark by many players. But the Minework is also so good, in my opinion. Right? You can get that very early tag, can really gain an advantage out of it. You need the right map and the right matchup for it, so... Yeah, the Jagen Chapel overall is still the better landmark. Minework can do some silly stuff with it. Let's see what the mikadoman does with the House of Wisdom. So he's going logistics first. Trying to get the two guys out. The two dervishes. The dervishes, of course, they heal in an area. Their aura is also permanent, instead of having to activate it, and it lasts for a little bit of time, so it becomes a bit of a spell without the House of Wisdom tech. Reinforcement has been nerfed a lot, not really to the ground, but a lot. So players haven't really been going for it in Feudal Age. And I think against an HRE that's going aggressive, mikadoman might actually have scouted this. nightmeh is... What? Is he going fast castle instead? He's collecting so much wood here. Might be for the houses. Using mills very effectively too. He's getting wheelbarrow as well. This definitely feels to me like an aggressive build. But it's going to be down 4 workers all the time now. We'll see how it goes, really. Well, that is an efficient use of the workers' time, isn't it? It's a nightmeh still. I want to see what he's cooking here. Gonna leave 2 workers there, which might be for tempo purposes, so... Oh, sorry, that wasn't an efficient use of his time. He was getting the workers into the radius of the inspiration, because now they are inspired for, I don't know, a few minutes here. Alright, the sheep have been delivered 19 to 9 for nightmeh. That's pretty good haul. So, if it were the other way around, yeah, it would have been a massive advantage to mikadoman. This way, I think it evens things out a little bit. mikadoman might be forced onto other food sources very, very early. Alright, DE has the dervishes now. I absolutely love logistics. Either in Feudal Age or Castle Age. Castle Age grants you 3 dervishes. It gives a great tempo on the relics as well. You can just grab them right away. nightmeh, though, very close to aging up, and mikadoman's so far away from like sniffing aggression. It's nowhere near being able to attack, so yeah, making more ships. Yeah, I don't mind that. You probably saw that nightmeh isn't actually doing anything. Yeah, you've seen that. Yeah, that's the scout. Not worth dying, not worth sacrificing it, so he knows there's nothing here. So the stock isn't connected, House of Wisdom wise. So the next house should be here, right? Connects everything, grants you tier 1 gathering rate for all villagers, which is very important. Right, we're gonna get a Regnitz. Regnitz means that nightmeh is gonna have a ton of tempo on the relics. Gonna get industry. Yeah, which 900 wood, 400 stone. Will definitely set you up for a lot of... I think the developers thought town center what players use these resources for, though. It's for military buildings, early farms, and getting a keep. And also building things 40% faster is also important. So nightmeh still collecting shorefish. He could come over to the side here, even though he's going to be far away from the Jagen Chapel here. Perfect timing here on the prelate as well, because he gets there, this relic Just extremely fast. So with Bragnets, relics everywhere grant, I think it's double. Yeah, double the gold. Oh, we're gonna get a night timing. Night timing against Thiobids is powerful, but it really needs to be just a timing push. You can't really be too delayed, and you can't rely on the knights for too long. Not being French especially, that they have the best knights in the game by far. Just the Camel Lancers are really good against them, and they have really good spears. They have Desert Raiders as well that are a lot cheaper than knights and can easily overwhelm them. Can attack from range too. Not the easiest thing to manage here. Alright, so that's another prelate. It's gonna make the third prelate as well. It's gonna be so early on the relics. It's definitely gonna win that. There's no army for mikadoman. Oh, but there is that dervish. That dervish. Ooh, so this gonna be 3-2 in relic count. Really might be. Oh, that's a +2. mikadoman already grabbed the last relic. That's actually very impressive. It's right there. Oh, nightmeh is going for it. Yeah, it's going to be 3-2 in relics. Very fast as well. Very fast as well. Very supplementary here for mikadoman, and as I alluded to you before, like instantly able to produce everything. Even getting a market. He's going to sell the stone, but he's going to need the keep. Because there's a knight on the way. No upgrades, so that's a bit sad. Scouts are fighting. Doesn't really matter too much. 2 knights are enough to start coming in and dealing damage onto the workers. Damn, mikadoman is going to get a lot of tempo here. He's going to get a very nice food economy. Alright, that's first worker of the game dead. Oh, are we going to get an attempt at a conversion? I think we will. We will. It won't work. mikadoman trying to be sneaky with the conversions. I like it. Almost felt like the pagoda of the Jin. Alright, that's 2 relics in the bank. Relics 3-2. Basically 6-2 in terms of income, because that's the stage RE with Ragnitz. Ooh, mikadoman a little bit late on this wall. Like, you need same number of Camel Lancers for them to be effective, but the healing aura is gonna come in so clutch. Yeah, that's the second worker done, and the walls are definitely gonna get destroyed. And oh my, nightmeh here, getting the sacred sites. He's going for all of the gold here, all of the passive gold, which kudos to him. It's gonna make a world of difference against the fishing economy. nightmeh is gonna stick with the knights, even though everything we have counters knights. Oh no, it's knights and desert raiders. Sorry, Camel Lancers and desert raiders, which counters them even more. Gonna be a defensive outpost. Got him into the market. He didn't sell the stone. I don't really see why the market was played. Maybe it's to make him think so? Right, the third sacred site is getting capped here. Very early at 12 minutes is probably the earliest it can get. So that's Golden Age here too. Let's take a refresher here. Research speeds are faster, so I half expect the blacksmith to be working overtime now. This tech is actually quite powerful. When you have crossbowmen. Cool, that wall is done. So that's a knight down. Knights are a very powerful unit. And the destroyed valley, mikadoman is very much ahead, but the 3 that count as 6 relics in terms of gold, plus the 3 sacred sites, might prove too much for mikadoman to deal with. Even though mikadoman has such a high tempo on the army. Ooh, and that's 2 more workers. That's going to be the 3rd worker killed. mikadoman maybe not paying attention to the knights that he left alive. That scout shouldn't... Oh, it survived. That's crazy. Yeah, but forcing forcing mikadoman, I'm sorry, keep doing this. But mikadoman forced to split his attention here. Ah, there we go, there we go. There's the second town center. Workers, of course, they build 40% faster, so this is gonna be up in no time. It's gonna feel like a Chinese building. nightmeh doing this very nice play where he's just splitting his units here. And this is what I wanted to see. It's going to be a mix of infantry. If you get around 5 Landsknecht, they start making a big difference. And crossbowmen do not counter them. Crossbowmen are okay. It's kind of like both units oft counter each other. But in numbers... Yeah, in numbers they both really do well as well, right? But against the Camel Lancers, the Landsknecht will take the early hit. But then as they start swinging, it's just so much destruction. But nightmeh has to start decapping here. You can't let the pressure build like this. But he does have the tempo in the army, and that's very important. Alright, it's taking the dervish down to the south sacred site. The one in the center is going to get decapped as well. And I think mikadoman not only wants to decap them, wants to take over them. Oh, are we getting a Baglach? Oh, we're getting ships trying to fight the towers! Oh my god. The towers with relics deal so much damage. These towers are gonna save nightmeh's behind here. They are gonna save his ass. Just look at that. That's like a quarter damage. Alright, finally, workers fall for nightmeh. This is going to equal things a little bit. And as long as those spears are able to touch the lancers, this should be a good fight for nightmeh. Oh, mikadoman is not even microing too much. He took so much unnecessary damage. Wow, and all of a sudden his army is nearly gone. Baglachs will be taking a lot of damage. Oh yeah, that Baglach is down. So great defense. Yeah, loses 10 workers, that really is not good. And the 2 sacred sites get decapped. That really is not good. But nightmeh survives, and now he has the army count here. So now he can start playing the game again. And there's a lot of this army count that's stuck in Navy. Navy that ultimately, against the tower, is not going to do anything. Alright, nightmeh is about to decap. mikadoman also going for the decap of his own. Good job, though, from both players at paying real attention to the sacred sites. It's usually players let the other have the sacred sites. Like, one of the players lets the other have the sacred sites until it's too late. So we're getting Cistercian Abbey. Villagers can drop off resources in the monastery. That's so good. Oh, we're getting a dock from mikadoman, another one. So does he plan on actually making a navy? I think this one is to be able to get these fish. All being efficient. nightmeh so much tempo here. The army has so much army count. But these knights don't even care about the tower. Even the slow push, slow expansion here from mikadoman is going to get thwarted a little bit. And look, these villagers here are even a little bit exposed. Yeah, nightmeh seems to be... Like, if he keeps his composure... Just... Yeah, okay, he's not going to be able to run away with the knights anymore, but I was going to say, if he keeps running away with the knights... Getting damage with his army... Yeah, sure, it's all infantry, you might be thinking. Oh, like it's infantry, it doesn't have the mobility. They really pack a heavy punch. And you need a lot of archers to be able to deal with this. Of course, if you get a lot of archers, you're gonna absolutely decimate this army. But this is really good against camel lancers, and I don't think mikadoman showed the archers. No, he showed them now. So we know archers are out on the field. We also know camel lancers are out on the field. So that's why this army is here for nightmeh. Oh, but he's gonna push the area with the towers and a lot of the economy, but there's not that much economy. After all of these spears will take down this tower in no time. That's the tower gone. Let's see where mikadoman. Mikadoman is gonna drag the villagers into the corner. Wow, nightmeh won't bother going for them. Yeah, but he's now starting to take a lot of damage from these towers. I don't know how much of this is worth it. I guess it's going to be worth it for the next big push. He's massing out units here. Ooh, that's veteran men-at-arms. Yeah, mikadoman doesn't have anything against regular men-at-arms. He's even getting horsemen. Even though he has the gold. Maybe a little bit too much gold? Alright, here's the push from mikadoman. He's going to get to killing a few more workers. Also, nightmeh has to kill workers too. Oh, but he's attacking the structures! This army has so much HP. Okay, the archers don't, but the camel lancers are so strong. Nightmeh really needs a... Like, he has a powerful army that can just punch through the defenses of mikadoman, but... He needs to be able to defend against this, or just make a big push of his own. He's gonna make that big push of his own. The crossbowmen are gonna start attacking the archers. And that poor Springles. Springles are really bad when they're alone. They start really making a good point when they are in a bunch. They're bunched up. Wow, and we have here the men-at-arms. These men-at-arms, if nightmeh can mass them, they are gonna be a massive part here, but wow, sitting under all of the defenses against HRE with 3 relics? Yeah, that's not really gonna work. Even though we killed 11 more workers. We killed 11 more workers. There comes a point where it's not worth it for nightmeh to take these losses. Where are we going here? Where are we going? Into the corner? Wow, that's crazy. Alright, but we're getting more siege workshops. I really like, but he needs like 20 Springles. Also getting the fish stack, yeah. Should have been done earlier, but, you know, I understand. Alright, trying to decap this one as nightmeh. Nightmeh really could use with capping them again. This gold, he's gonna get spent fast if he starts going for his heavy units. But he needs to either keep making units or he needs to attack. Looks like a decent-ish push is coming. It's one of the dervish gone. Finally, those dervish has got to be like 200 years old. And again, trying to do this little raid with the navy. Towers are too powerful. Towers are too powerful. Sacred Site is going to be decapped. The South Sacred Site is going to be capped by nightmeh. By mikadoman. I keep doing that again. Just taking the players here. Oh, look at that chasm of difference there. From 86 workers to 50. Nightmeh, as long as he has those 3 relics, he's in a good spot. Alright, we're getting a ton of Springles. We're getting Springles from the Siege Workshop as well. So this I really like, because like the Springles, if you look at the stats here, they do 15 damage, they pierce units, they also deal plus 12 versus melee infantry. So melee infantry units are the men-at-arms, the spears, and the nightmeh. Units from the barracks. we're getting an in page up with the Palace of Swabia. It's going up next to the skull. This is a stroke of genius from nightmeh. And I don't think mikadoman is going to be able to keep up with the tempo. Palace of Swabia is 3 town centers into 1. 25 workers. I think it's worth it to build up with this many. Just do... Dare I say, it's the best landmark in the game. That might be very active with his little raids. Really like them. Oh, is mikadoman really gonna try to trade like this? He is insane, alright. And again, we're getting this navy. What is this navy gonna do? Alright, it's gonna kill that prelate, sure. Keeps throwing away these units. Yeah, because now the Baghlach is dead again. Yeah, but... Okay, we see the dead body of a worker and stuff like that, so... I guess it could have been more worthless, but... Yeah, nightmeh now is gonna boom, and is gonna boom hard. 17 food only, and only 7 seconds to spawn. This is... disgustingly good. Alright, these Osman here don't actually do anything in this raid. A few workers were killed by nightmeh. I can't let that go. Coming here for another raid. Gonna be another worker. Another 2 workers dead. So little by little, he's gonna start clawing back into this game here. Right now, like it's gonna depend on how technically. The tactical perspective, they handle the fighting. Yeah, this tiny army here for nightmeh is actually dead. So much siege for mikadoman. Really good siege too. The Springles, I think this is when they start becoming very effective. Don't forget to deal area damage as well. So, like, it's the more total count there is of both your units and their units, the more damage ultimately that's gonna be. And wow, looks like very final to me, this push. But nightmeh is only gonna grow, and he's gonna keep raiding behind. Okay, we've lost 3 workers already. Oh, that was an attempt at a stone wall there from nightmeh. Did not go how he hoped. A lot of army here by the Swabia that doesn't need to be there. Oh, and emergency repairs is so good. 150 health a second. Oh, mikadoman keeps delivering this nasty push. This tower should go down, right? Yeah, so that's 1 relic not garrison. That's a lot of gold income that nightmeh is not going to have, even though he has 3k gold in the bank. Again, with these little raids are going to be... They're being so good for nightmeh. Alright, here he comes. Oh, but tactically he's going to get... No! He has the whole army on the siege. That's so much value that's going to go down. Where's the army? Where are the camels? Oh, the camels are here? What a disaster! We're gonna get a wall as well. Oh, mikadoman is gonna defend this. Oh, and it's converted. We got a Wololo play. Of course, the guy dies right after, but oh, what a disastrous fight! Oh, the series is even. Oh, that was an interesting last fight. Where was your cavalry? Yeah. Ralph chuckles. I'm in danger. Alright, now we got rental and power Steve as well. Change the title. Yeah, staying too long under the towers is definitely gonna hurt. Alright, that's wrong title. Command. Command is like this. There we go. Alright, I have access to the series. That's beautiful. Right, what I'm looking for here is for the bracket. Let's finish out the tournament. So this one finished 2-1. Probably the best series the whole game. Amarath versus Boy, they didn't play it, so it's still 0-0. 0-0 tie. And Kanki as well. I know, but Kanki was there the whole time. Let's give him the win. The series is going to be 1-1 tie. Very disgusting. This series rental 1, right? I'm going to have to go back through the VOD. Does it change much? Oh, it does. It's actually a fight for 5th place. Look at all the ties here. That looks disgusting. Oh, you lost 2-0. Oh. Yeah, that's unit. Alright, saving the tournament. That's the first edition of Joust done. Go over here to the second one. Link. Forgot to change the maps, yeah. Oh my god. Alright, I'll do this live. Here it's land mega random. Lippany. And like surprises. Alright, we're gonna do the first series, the first round. Power Steve versus Rental. Thing that I turned down. There we go. I copy the link here. New link is updated. Let's get into it. Alright, so I forgot to set player 1 to 0. Set now. And welcome to May of 2026's Joust. We have here in the color green, it is Rental Beast. We all know him from forever at this point. Played in the old format of the Joust, he played it last month. Yeah, going for that farmhouse, probably getting the Tawana upgrade, maybe? Yeah, there we go. And a Dark Age Barracks. Very popular, is what I mean to say. In a hybrid and the water map, in hybrid maps, as they can destroy the opponent's stock very quickly. On the other side, playing as the Delhi Sultanate, it is Power Steve. Power Steve returning to the Joust, after not having played last month. Going for a defensive tower on the berries. So not going water, but going under the defensive tower. You absolutely either saw or knows that the Japanese players love doing these Dark Age plays. Gonna be up before the first spearman makes its way through. So we should be safe. Should be very safe against this. The Mosque already with the stacks going up. I would like to see the mill get the stacks up. Yeah, they're playing going water here, which is very interesting. There's water here. I don't think it's oppressively strong, but it can definitely be quite powerful. It's not like a map like Four Lakes or something where you have deep water fish, where that really becomes the main focal point of the game. Wow, but Power Steve investing on the gold tower instead. Using the fact that his opponent had knowledge of the berries. Oh, this is very next level play. Unfortunately, a lot of build time was wasted. But Rental knowing that the jig is up. Yeah, he definitely saw the tower go up. Wow, Rental not able to do too much here. And he also sees a lot of these berries get taken. So he knows it's not watered either. Yeah, let's see the sheep. 13 to 13. So this looks oppressive, but it's only 9 sheep. Be quite fair here. Alright, so it's 14 to 14. It's going to be 15 with this one. If Rental picks it up. And he picks it up. There we go. It's 15 to 14. Ours is doing a good job keeping his scout active in the areas where it matters. And we do have some damage being dealt here by Rental. This is coming in, trying to poke and coming back out. Doesn't want to cross this line. Ooh, crosses the line. That's not good. That was a lot of damage you didn't need to take. Alright, we're getting Dome of the Faith. Not going with the Tower of Victory here. Which tells me that Power Steve is gonna go for a tech-oriented play instead of very early military play. He's gonna try to get that tempo on very upgraded units instead of going for the tempo on a lot of units. They're gonna attack very fast. Oh my! We have a tower trying to go up on the gold of Power Steve. The villagers here coming to burn it up. Oh, good distraction. Saves all the resources here for Rental. Yeah, tower on tower action. Not really as productive as Power Thief would want it to be. He's gonna have to charge, but we have the spears. Oh my, this is actually so hard to judge. Yeah, so the tower seems like it's going up. Power Thief has to give up the position. Maybe try for like these golds here in the middle of the map. Going for the Dome of the Faith and not having gold kind of defeats the purpose of the Dome of the Faith. That's definitely something you need to consider here. It immediately goes up the tax. I like it. That's a mechanic that is so important for any Delhi player. Oh, don't... he's rallying over to the gold. That's not good. Yeah, so that worker could die. Oh, nice pull. Yeah, we're getting to a storehouse on the other side. Do not mind this position, especially since he already has a lumber camp. Pretty good position. Alright, so what can Power Thief do here? Gonna be making the third scholar. 3 scholars is not enough going Dome of the Faith for it to be worth it. He really needs to fight this tower. Really needs to get his value back. Alright, we're getting a stable that is very, very good. I also expect against the Japanese to see a range. Alright, the worker's going back home, so there's no more worker here. There are 4 spears in this tower. Alright, so we're getting a stable blacksmith. You could see now blacksmith range. The blacksmiths, I think, is just so important for Delhi. They're so slow at getting their techs up. Especially with only 2 scholars. They really need a double barracks, double blacksmith, just to get that depot going. Alright, rental now. Yeah, he might actually try to be... Oh, he's not even... Wow, he's getting an upgrade. Upgrading the spears. Gonna get a tower upgrade. We get the arrow slits here. He's gearing up for the age up. That guys know how powerful Japanese castle age is. Oh, but we're having instead a raid from Power Thief. Very, very nice. A good play here from the Ghazi Raiders. Of course, we all know Delhi is insane at getting a lot of army count. And these Ghazi Raiders are a good unit overall. Right, but with the tower and a few spears, Rental feels like he's defended. Power Thief with all of these resources really needs... There we go, that's a blacksmith. And look, he has to build a range, right? Oh, 8 spears. Rental really not able to age up how he wants to, but there is damage here for Power Thief to deal, but not if he just walks under the town center. This is not what he wants to do. Oh, don't be tempted to burn the farms. And he loses a Ghazi Raider for free. Oh, now the... Alright, burning this farm, it was a free farm, so it's a very good burn that way. It's gonna eliminate a little bit of that food source. Oh, good job from Power Thief. I love this. Waiting for the torches to be just enough to get the farm burned. And there you go. Double range. Double range I wasn't expecting to see. I like it. Now you gotta get the second blacksmith to work. I think he's good strategy-wise. I like what Power Thief is doing, but he's just taking these small losses. Yeah, and Rental, on the other hand, is just so close to the agent. It's really not what Power Steve wants to see here. Even though, yeah, that's correct. You can just go and take the secret sites. That is fantastic. Even though now, oh, we're gonna take the northern sacred site here. Rental getting a spear over. Single spear won't be able to shut down like 6 Gazi Raiders, so something to take into account. We have archers here as well. We're getting double production of archers. No single production. He canceled the other range he was gonna make. So Gazis and archers is a combo that has destroyed many of people before. You really don't want to give your Gazi Raiders up, and like scouts are not good fighting units. They're not gonna kill your prelates. And the archer, alright, the archer attacking the spearman, that I like. Oh no! Alright, the archer should be able to fend this off. There you go, that's fended off. There you go, Steve. Wow. Steve really needs to deal some damage here. He's already 4 workers down without time. This isn't looking great for him. Oh, you're building walls. Spending wood on walls is just... This wood needs to be spent on farms right now. I get it, it's certainly for a farm transition, but he over-collected wood, so... Alright, Rental is in Castle Age. He's getting ranged armor, that's exactly like the book dictates, as I usually say. Got a floating gate here with a Shinto priest. I expect relics to be gathered any minute now. And we also have the stable. The stable is going to produce a mounted samurai, which is one of the best units in the game at the moment. Probably even the best non-siege unit. This one mounted samurai is going to be able to deal so much damage. I don't think it survives this. It's definitely going to have to come back, but 2 mounted samurai here. No, I never know. Alright, kills that guy. Oh my, that's not a good fight for Rental right there, unless he heals this mounted samurai. The full health? No, it dies. It dies. Oh, it's dealt enough damage to the army, but now this is not looking good for Steve. Yeah, getting ready here to decap, but he's not doing it, Rental. Focusing on this fight, and he beats this army. Steve now doesn't have any army, and is behind on tech, but he's about to age up. If he manages to age up and get like a couple of elephants with a lot of spears or a lot of crossbows, like I grant he can come back, but it's so difficult. Alright, so that's the first Shinto priest taking a relic. Let's go see the relic count. We don't yet have the it's not the mosque, it's the monastery for Rental. Oh, and these 4 mounted samurai can really dish out a lot of pain. Alright, this first mounted samurai expected to die, but it already has so much tech on it, so many upgrades. The sound center is actually doing nothing. That's... Oh, you even got a worker kill. Wow, 6 worker kills, and the House of Learning isn't even done. I'll make it 8, and now we're getting the Katana Bannerman as well. Yeah, Samurai and Mounted Samurai are just such an impressive unit combo. Yeah, look at Rental going for the economy, not threatened by the Gazi Raiders whatsoever. The Japanese is just too good. Yeah, sure, you defended this, but can you defend the next wave? Alright, let's see Steve defend this next push here with these spears. We can kill the first mounted samurai, like he even can't kill him. Really needs to stay home, because now, oh my god, he can't age up! Steve can't age up, the House of Warning being in the front is hurting him. It's hurting him so much. Trying to heal with the prelate not gonna work, and yeah, you don't have any units to defend now. No food as well, and yeah, Steve calls it. It's 1-0 going Rental's way. Yeah, just the timing from the Japanese and denying the golden start. It's way too powerful. That was the wrong key there that I pressed. Oh, the next game is for me. I can see you're playing with Jin. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this match. This is it's the first time we're getting here in the color green. It's Rental with the Jin Dynasty. First Jin game we're having in the joust. Of course, it's just days after the DLC, the Yifei Legacy, that's released, so this is great. Rental here doing the 2 to gold, 1 to food, split here with the mounted villagers, and just going up mounted villagers. And I have some theories about the Jin Dynasty, but first, let's introduce Power Steve here in the color blue, playing as the Holy Roman Empire. So more established Civ versus the new Civ. Yeah, of course, HRE is an advantage here because its strategies are so well known. But because of that, Rental somehow finds a new, very good strategy. Steve might not know how to counter it, so it's definitely going to be very interesting to see. Looking at the map here, this front gold and stone here together, not great. Not great. Rental might try to create some of those Iron Pagoda Warriors or Knights or whatever they're called. Try to make a big push here, or those cavalry, mounted cavalry. Yeah, but this gold here in the back, yeah. The wall is easy, right? Just wall. But still, 2 further down the back. If it were here instead, the wall here, you avoid all that. Instead, we're getting... Oh my god! This is double hunt, and I hadn't quite noticed it. 2 deer packs in the same spot. Steve might actually even try to lure these deer. This is insanity right there, with the prelate here too. I would do the exact same thing. On the other hand, we have Rental 3 on gold already. Might be too soon to have 3 mounted villagers on gold. He might float some gold. Going for the reindeer already. I liked waiting until I got the upgrades on the hunt to go get the reindeer, but yeah, maybe this is the way to go. Alright, going to it now that we have 200 gold. Yeah, don't quite know what Rental is cooking here. It's a new Civ. It's impossible to know what's gonna happen. Are you luring oh, he's luring deer with a prelate. This is genius. Didn't go how we planned, though. But But he is luring deer with the prowler. This is so funny to see. Yeah, but on the other hand, his food economy is just gonna shoot up, so... Oh, this is not a bad lure. Okay, we're gonna go Mindwork. Kinda doesn't make sense going with Aachen here, with your economy so split. Early on in the game, you would be at a... You wouldn't quite have the advantage of the Aachen. So Mindwork Palace, of course, allows you to get some very early tag. And I suspect here Steve might go for the all pikes, right? +2 attack the horsemen and spears. We're getting a great pasture out of rental. The great pasture acts as a stable and creates the grassland, so you don't have the eco bonus of the flower gardens, but you get a lot of tempo on the stable. Could be pretty good here. This might actually be the matchup. We see some feudal age siege. He's working. Steve is working so hard to lure this deer. I have so much respect for this. Luring here with the prelate is just the craziest. Not crazy. It's one of the most ridiculous things we've seen in the game. So I'm gonna go over the units that the Jin is gonna have to their disposal in a second. Like Mindwork is gonna be really nice. A huge fan of Mindwork Palace, especially when it makes sense. You need to make good use of its timing, otherwise, like 50% discount sounds like it's a lot, but it's really not a lot if you start getting taxed at like 60 economy. Right, it just would have been worth it. Here in this situation, you get the Aachen up here or over here, right? Somewhere where you get the gold. And then it would be such a buff after you get all of this deer. Like Steve's actually not doing a terrible job of doing this with a prelate, by the way. Alright, so we have Jin here going for horsemen instead. I was expecting with Darren to go to the Moai tribesmen, actually. Cheap range cavalry, so they are kind of like the Yumi Shiguri. But instead it's mounted. So they can... Oh my, there's a second town center over here in the gold. Yeah, second town center. I've seen players fiddle with it. I wonder now, can the second TC... Oh, it can also make mounted villagers. It's... Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. So giving up the early game kinda get a little bit of advantage later on. Second town center, I like that. The tech I've been mentioning a lot, all pikes is this one. To attack the spearmen and the horsemen. Really good if you go for horseman raids very early on. Oh, look at Steve luring the deer, man. So I can't get over this. This is so cool to see. Alright, second TC is rental. I'm gonna try to go Castle Age now, because this is a lot of hunts. You have no idea how fast these mounted villagers take hunt. It's gonna go. It's gonna be over in at most 3 minutes. I also expect this upgrade. This upgrade makes gathering the reindeer that you spawn with at the start so worth it. Make it later. Oh my! Steve sees this. Of course, gathering this information is very important. Unlures the deer. Very, very interesting play there. We're also going to get a Burgrev. Yeah, but Rental is stuck on 2 town centers now. He's going to have an insane economy, but he's not going to have any units to defend himself. And I kind of see knights in the horizon. But Power Thief with Burgrave, Mindwork. So you might actually make men-at-arms. No, that's actually Steel Barding. Steel Barding makes knights so powerful. No, this is Burgrave, not... Yeah, so it's men-at-arms. What was I even saying here? See the... Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. They look like they're brothers. They look like siblings, just going out, going out for a jog. And go to the same home, and there's nothing here to defend. Yeah, already 1,200 food, and half of this is gone after a minute and a half. This is insanity. This is also insanity. Steve here is getting the upgrade. Yeah, he might as well get two-handed weapons and heavy maces shortly after. Well, those are houses. Doesn't get anything else. Yeah, he's getting the relics as well. Very nice, well-studied build order by Steve. Unluckily for him, the mounted villagers are so good at escaping. They are so good at escaping. Alright, we're getting a Dragon Pavilion. So the Dragon Pavilion is basically a keep. With the Mengan Moke emplacements, which house units that can be used defensively. Oh my, we're gonna get some kills here, I suspect, because these men-at-arms. They have one ranged armor. Steve has to spend his resources getting more units. No, he's gonna get some mounted villagers to die. Oh, this is two workers, already 3 mounted villagers. Gonna be 4, but as soon as the emplacement, as soon as the pavilion goes up. There you go, there you go. The defenders, these are knights in everything but name. And there's an emissary here for free too. Might as well send the emissary over here to this defendable outpost. Here comes the second wave, but we have the defenders coming out of the town center, so attacking a Jin base is actually very difficult. Man, Steve has such an advantage. Killed 8 villagers. I think 7 of them were mounted and 1 was regular. Which is just... like, this is killing 15 workers. Let's see how's the situation over here. Come on, man. Lure these 3 deer. Come on. Okay, he's getting now Boomerang, increasing the damage. Yeah, it's fine. Steel Barding is also, like, so good for the knights. Oh, he's gonna be a little bastard here, going for the northern trade post. Alright, so the knights are here defending. This is such a strength of the Jin. Alright, gonna make a push here. I don't think Steve knows about this. And let's keep tabs here on the relics. Only +1. Only 1 + 1. Only 2 relics. This is... You could have like 3 or 4 relics in already, right? So Steve really putting a lot of focus here on this big push. I don't know how important that is against... I haven't played with Jin a few games. I don't know how important that is. I think it's actually so much better to let them do their thing, to do your thing, and to try to be very, very greedy at the stage of the game. They are really weak in Castle Age. Alright, so we have a boar getting taken. Still no hunt upgrade. This both upgrades together, it's like 50% extra? 35 or something like that? So good. Alright, we have the knights here defending. These are knights in all but name. I'm calling them knights. Oh, this time they are gonna lose. It's not looking good for Rental if the Mengan Moki defenders end up losing the battle. Alright, the mounted villagers are safe. We're gonna get a machine workshop. This machine workshop, I suspect, is gonna be for crossbowmen. Bad crossbowmen are really, really bad against men-at-arms. You just don't have enough attack to really do much, but Rental needs more. Oh, he's going Imp. He's going for Imp. Going for Imp, he needs 600 more gold. That's why he's collecting gold with so many units. Gonna get to the emissaries. The emissaries can be so good at just bribing. I really want to see a bribe. Alright, expecting Rental to take this food and this relic. Little does he know that both town centers have been taken. What's this stack? I don't... oh, it's to get the emplacement. So how many do we have here? There's no way to know. Thank you, thank you, H4, for not letting me know how many defenders we have. Alright, it is to make crossbows. Secondary machine workshop. And the double war stable and double the machine workshop. You'd really go for something interesting. Yeah, lack of attack for bad crossbows I think is really sad. Alright, we're gonna get units rallying around the base here. These two houses are gonna make it just so awkward for Steve to move in. Yeah, but as soon as he gets close, here come the defenders. Which spawn automatically, of course, when you have to dip. Even though this is more than good enough to kill them, because they're cavalry. Alright, we're going for the Pagoda Forest. Pagoda Forest, of course, converts. That's what we get. Alright, again, with killing a lot of workers. That's Steve with all the sacred sites. I think he has all the relics as well. Except this one that's very close to Rental's base. Rental is both tributary states. He's gotten a lot of economy. Actually, this is a bit of a trick because he has more than Steve's economy. Oh no, the pagoda goes down, but he saved the resources. Save the resources. And, yeah, Steve could fight this. Whatever, Steve has so many units. Alright, the crossbowmen, I think, are the only thing keeping Steve safe, because it's definitely not the... I already forgot their name, the Knights, the defending Knights. But these crossbowmen are gonna very slowly whittle down the army from afar. Steve is getting impatient. We're getting another machine workshop. Rental needs to wage up! Rental needs to wage up, but this grassland is taking so much space. Oh my god, that is an aggressive pagoda! Oh, please go in with everybody. Not with everybody, okay. But these villagers picking food here very aggressively. Oh, actually, Rental's whittling down the army really well without losing anything in return. Oh, attacking the building instead of the workers. Oh, and Steve lost a lot of tempo. Oh, but that's more worker kills. Good call here with the crossbowman by Rental. That's the emissary, and that's a bribed unit. That's a bribed unit. Thank you so much for this. Not worth it though. It's 120 resources against 150. Oh, the upgrades and whatever might actually have been worth it. The bribe is so hilarious. Alright, the back gold has expired. We need to take this gold, which doesn't have a ton of gold actually. What is... Oh, Steve will saving resources for the Palace of Swabia. Very nice. Very nice. Next to the gold. We'll make gathering those resources very, very easy. And he's also going to have his villager count shoot up. Now let's see what Rental can do here with the Pagoda Forests. He's going to make everything he can to avoid making the Iron Pagodas, because they don't quite seem to have the right power balance here. Going to be a Horseman Crossbowman. I have seen much worse, I'm being honest with you. Ooh, that was a little bit too late in the part of Rental. So that Palace of Swabia does go up. Oh, it's also kind of protecting both sacred sites. This is close to them. Where if you are to take a fight, you can always retreat to the Palace of Swabia. And this will be very close. This one, of course, is just right there. Alright, in the last rally... no, that's second to last rally. Will definitely go Steve's way. Definitely needs another tower, another monastery. Also, if these units are about to turn into elite units, these Minotaurs are so good. Oh, the music is great. More workers getting killed. We're down to 36. It's only going to be this one Wololo. And Steve is not going to fall for it. And now Rental's out of gold. He needs to come over here. He's going to get stone. Rental's going to get stone. He might be thinking about a keep. Keep, of course, has those defensive knights. Built defensively, who knows what's going to happen. But he's making a Horseman crossbow. I really like that comp against Men-at-Arms. The Horsemen are a cheap, very efficient, effective tank. They have that added melee armor. They should be veteran. They have three ranged armor. Yeah, 0 melee armor, but they have 185 health. Of course, plus 30 because of the grasslands mechanic. The more horses you have, the cheaper you can make units for cheap. I don't think he's actually even using that. Alright, but Steve is finding these little pockets of economy that Rental has been taking. Even though I think none of that's going to be important. What's going to be important is that Rental is going to make a lot of units a lot quickly. The Eruptors, I really want to see the Eruptors in play. I don't think I've seen them yet. So they are the replacement for the hand cannoneer. They're more expensive, right? Dealing high single target damage, if well microed, can actually be quite powerful. Getting Tithe Barns as well. Tithe Barns is insane if you have the relics. Yeah, Steve still needs to collect this relic. Also needs to collect that relic. But the mounted villagers should be able, almost all of them anyway, to escape. Oh, Rental might actually be the army tempo. Why? Steve needs farms. Steve needs farms. There we go, that's 42 damage, that's... High damage is bright. Ooh, you have horsemen. Horsemen not good in this situation. They are good as tanks, they're not good as your actual fighting units unless you're fighting archers. Yeah, and Steve finds the farms here with the tributaries. Yeah, that's gonna go down because these tributary peasants they get their food actually quite fast. For free units, yeah, they're pretty good. And they can destroy here the tributary state. Alright, Rental making his farm. It's always hilarious seeing on the map the farming setup. But, that's what you gotta do, right? Just gonna keep making units here. Big push. Headed towards the center. Again gets all the sacred sites. I think this one was taken before. This army is really good, but it's vulnerable to some siege. So Power Steve I don't think will try siege, he's gonna try to headbutt with superior infantry. I really don't mind that. But it's gonna come at a bit of a cost, and he's gonna have to hope that his 98 workers are the larger economy of the two. Keep in mind it's 71, but there are mounted villagers to take into account. And the emissaries, and Rental's double TC. Oh, this cannon emplacement just... Why is Steve making spears? Why is Steve making spears? It doesn't... Power Steve doesn't have food. But he has so much gold. This is way too many. It's almost 40 workers getting gold. And you have the relics. It's always like... Is this a thing that HRE players do more than anybody else? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Just... They overcollect gold. They have all of the gold mechanics. Like, Power Steve I don't think needs 25 on gold. He's getting 0. 0 might be too little, but for now I'm okay with 0, especially since this barely has any gold left. He needs food. With food he can make a... Like, Knightsmen at Arms, who's gonna stop that? Or he can make nice Landsknecht. Who's gonna stop that? Like, you get 20 Landsknecht and like 30 knights. Like, who stops that? Alright, we have a keep here. I wouldn't mind seeing the Mengan Moki emplacement. It produces those special little knights we talked about earlier. Alright, we have knights here for Power Steve. He made 3 knights. So he clearly just wants to raid with them. Where's the army of Rental? Is it home? He's getting traction traps. That's really nice. He really needs traps to start taking this down. He has to go for the Swabia, right? It's where the 2 sacred sites are. The fight here, like, you go for the economy or you go for the timer. Alright, the army is here defending. The 2 knights are gonna get raiding. Yeah, I've had some good experiences playing as Jin against raiding, right? Because your defending knights just show up and deal with it. But yeah, Steve isn't doing much with them, and we have the horsemen gonna be raiding. So good, getting info on the base. And starting to finally disrupt Steve's economy. Steve, though, on 113 workers. You want to get to 120 to 130? 140 I personally think is overkill, but I've seen people win with such army counts, just having an insane grind game. Yeah, there we go, there they are. Yeah, good luck there with the raid. Well, it's gonna be too far away from the town center. These might actually despawn. Yeah, no real damage that, but Yeah, Steve is taking the relic. It's gonna make it the 5th relic. Yeah, 5th relic. It doesn't count as 10. He didn't go with the Ragnitz Cathedral. Oh my god, it's so many tribes. What? 7 tribes? What are you doing? What are you doing? Rental is letting Steve catch up. Yeah, but he's going in with his... Like, he's gonna just blow the Palace of Swabia up. Alright, taking the tax, I think, is nice. Ooh, and he also has some of these Janma swordsmen. Got elite heavy melee infantry, high damage, and durability. Alright, these horsemen, yeah. Goodbye, horsemen. Needs houses too. Yeah, Janma swordsmen, they are a great unit, not good against 39 spears and 18 elite men-at-arms. And a single knight. We're gonna get the... No, don't fight units with tribes. Alright, this fight here might actually go Rental's way. Ooh, no Landsknecht here. Landsknecht could have done this army so dirty. Oh my god, those traps are actually dealing damage. This is interesting. Yeah, but Steve has a very large economy. Steve can rebuild here very easily. Oh my god, Steve got outpaced! Yeah, this fight just... Yeah, Rental can start swinging here, but we have this 4-minute 20 counter. And that's what Steve is half gambling on. But we have so many traps, they have to destroy the keep first. Oh, but they're going for the tower instead. Well, they were just one-shotting the tower. Oh, the Eruptors are so good. The Landsknecht, if they connect well and with good connection here, they should win. Okay, a bunch of these traps have actually just gone down. Not all of them. Oh, I was gonna try to bribe. That's so awesome. Alright, now be careful with the Eruptors, you don't want to lose them. Yeah, I don't want to lose them fighting into a keep with a cannon emplacement. That's not going to work too well. But this is a great fight for Rental. Rental needs now to reinforce with traps. Can't believe I'm saying that after the 7 traps he made earlier. He's making rams instead. Welcome to Ram Ranch. He needs to find a way to spend that food. And to his credit, he is making horsemen, which is the unit you use when you really need to spend that food. But oh, that's gonna be... So these now have a ton of HP, a ton of armor as well, a ton of fire armor. Yeah, that keep isn't gonna go down. This could be the thing that Rental decaps. I don't think he's gonna be able to. Oh, is Steve gonna win this game? With an inferior army the whole time? A little bit overzealous here by Rental. You really don't want to take this fight here, and you lose. That's like 2,000 gold. You just... Maybe not 2,000, like definitely 1,500 gold. Oh, he's gonna bribe the units! Units bribed, there we go. They're fighting each other. That's so hilarious. They're not quite converted, they're not yours. And you pay gold to do it. But it's much faster, it's very hard to avoid actually once you get into it. And they will attack anything. I find that to be quite hilarious. We are on the side, we have these other workers attacking these workers. This is not gonna work well, especially not with the army showing up. But welcome to Ram Ranch. Just 6 Rams trying to destroy this keep. I don't think the keep is going to go down, but the count will. Wow, and this keep actually guarantees the secret site over to Steve. Yeah, beautiful fight here. Genma, swordsman, not in high enough numbers to really stop this. And now Steve, like, forcing Rental to go into bad fights here or outright lose the game, right? He's in the position of Zugzwang over here. Just any move he can make is a bad move. Like actually being forced to do something and everything he does being the bad move. Yeah, if it keeps fighting one another. If here, like, very forward machine shops, and he's making traps, which is definitely the right unit. But so many knights. Yeah, Rental needs to change his approach. But he only has a minute to do. Oh, or bribe the units. Did not work. That's unfortunate. But he can go again. He can bribe again. The guy, the emissary, I think was still in there. But and he's just desperately trying to stop the count. He just doesn't have enough units. He's making so many nightmeh swordsmen. Let's see how many racks he has. Oh, he has like 5 barracks. Oh, we need more barracks, more barracks. Still, yeah, the second keep will ensure that the timer never stops ticking, and it's 44 seconds. There's no way Rental can make the army and then get the count to stop. This is the only place he might be able to do something. Has to be a lot of units, like 20 or even 30 units staying there. Oh yeah, and Steve just instantly repaired the keep, and he's gonna be able to turtle this one out. Oh, not enough units now. Gonna try to attack still. Already only 38 seconds until the decap. Until he can repair again. This stage of the game, that's definitely so little time. Yeah, Rental calls it knowing full well that the timer was gonna tick down. And yeah, that's... Wow, series even. What a match. How is it going, guys? How you doing, dude? Yeah, it was a fun cast. You were correct. Yeah, defending a full burger with 0 units is insane. You did have the those knights from the keep. Oh, what a matchup! What a matchup here for the last game. No, didn't cost you anything. That's correct. But you also didn't gain all that much from them. Like you defended them. But like the monastery landmark would have provided you something. Yeah, I don't know. You played well. Just HRE is insane. Welcome to game number 3. We have here in the color orange playing as the Malians. It is Rental. And here in the color blue, it's Power Steve. Power Steve with that fantastic win last time out. Defending that push. With the keeps, with the emergency repairs, that's great. Now he's in the House of Lancaster. Yeah, House of Lancaster really nerfed to the ground a couple of like starting last season. We are heading to Season 13. When they got released, they were releasing Havoc all over the ladder. The map, though, here, it is land mega random, and it spawned merchant camps. The controlling player gains resources for free just by controlling the thing here. I have these interesting little cliffs here, which should close out the map a little bit, but it's still somewhat open. You just won't be able to do the crazy maneuvering that you would otherwise, and it doesn't have a lot of wood here. Some areas here are actually pretty barren, but there is enough wood. Like, this is a decent wood line, and so is this one, but then, yeah, you have the start of a forest here. You have the start of the forest here. This looks a lot like the Brazilian plateau, and then there's a little bit of the forest here, the Amazon. Yeah, it looks very interesting. Okay, so early stone from Power Steve. This indicates to me that, yeah, he wants to go for manners. What a surprise! Rental? Yeah, gonna build the full setup here with the Malians. In Dark Age. Players were toying a lot early on with 4 houses, then 6 houses, and now I think players have realized that, yeah, the full setup is probably worth it. They're not really gonna kill you beforehand. But getting the full setup done like this might actually be more important. Regarding landmarks, I don't really like the tower if you're not gonna go trade, or if you're not gonna really need to defend, right? The other landmark generates gold or stone passively. Everybody generates gold. It's just so good. Well, that's what I suspect rental is going to take here. Already almost at enough food. Let's see the sheep count. 13 for Steve, 10 for rental. A rental here with a slight disadvantage, but he is picking up a lot of sheep on his way over here to the west. And there should be a very interesting matchup of 2 civs that really play completely differently. By using a lot of similar tools, right? The manors and the gold pit to generate resources at the same time. But the House of Lancaster can become really powerful very early on, or very late on in the game, where there's this peak in the mid-game that the Malians really get. Especially if they have sofas and then they get important armor upgrade and one of the blacksmith upgrades. Then they become just so powerful. Oh, alright, so rental is going anyway with the Saharan Trade Network. I just, yeah, so he's expecting aggression. Maybe he scouted this, saw the Abbey of Kings and thought it was worth it. Let's see, if the tower actually becomes useful at defending, then yeah, it was totally worth it, right? I'm not really a Malians expert, but yeah, that's usually, I think, from what I see, the read that players try to make. It's if they feel like they're gonna need defending, yes, Saharan Trade Network. If they don't need to defend it, then yeah, going for the other landmark is better. Just, yeah, mill already producing cattle. Other wood getting taken, which is all very normal. Secondary mining setup gonna be added over on this gold. Getting Malian setup is so expensive too, because you want to get the cows, and those cows cost 90 gold a piece. Then, like, your houses, they cost, I think it's 25? Yeah, 25, and then you have the 150 for the pit mine. And 50 for the regular mining camp. So this is all very, very expensive. On the other hand, the banners, they're not too cheap either, right? 175 wood, 100 gold. They do act as a drop-off for all resource types. That's something that is neglected oftentimes, but it is really good. Alright, and we're getting a range, and this is where, like, Lancaster can become a nuisance. Oh, that's the scout, that's not the lord. Is there a lord even here, the Lord of Lancaster? Wow, it is taking a merchant camp. I did not see this one coming. Out of Steve here. Alright, this camp is Power Steve's. There's gonna be, I think, those passive reinforcements. There's this ancient steel. Steel? Is that how you pronounce the word? Yeah, everything gets 5% health. Can be researched multiple times. That's extra health. That's crazy. Oh, there's a lot of these little things here scattered around the map. Oh, there's a ton of these things. I don't have time to even see all of them. That's a very nice spit mine. Really good setup. He's starting to get these cattle ranches, and of course this is preparing for the Fulani Corral. Yeah, getting the second milk is starting to float gold. And you know, the more cattle you get, the more free food you get, the better it is. So wow, Steve even going as far away as getting the steer. Getting a blacksmith, I like it. Was building a range here, but he stopped. I just wanted to build the smith. He's gonna try to wage up instead. Yes, merchant point gets you free resources. The abandoned outpost is simply no line of sight, which will be important later, but not now. You know where opponent is and what he's doing. Oh, Steve really going through all of the positions. Yeah, very interesting generation though. Randall could eventually get this. Excavating a relic? Yeah, that's pretty good. Not now, because I don't need the villager more than the relic. Alright, we're getting double barracks. Rental isn't aged up yet, but he's so close. Alright, we're getting a white tower in the middle of the map. I like this. Setting up to get that sacred site. But more importantly, you have two large gold veins. And with the 3 merchant points, this is a herbalist hut. Deals nearby units. How random this is. Why is there a rental sheep carcass over here? Just random things from random stuff in the game here. Alright, so this merchant camp is getting decapped. Wow, rental going for Rimba instead? Ah, then I guess he's gonna stop at 4 cattle ranches then. And they'll just eat the rest of the cows. It's even then it's worth it to eat the cows. Even though they cost 90 gold. It's still worth it to eat the cows. It's they give away 500 food and it's so fast to take it. Right, we're getting Farimba Garrison a lot of barracks. So, wow, is this gonna be... It has to be Donzo. Loads of Donzo. No, loads of Musafati. You have early Earl's Guards. Oh, it's gonna be double stable barracks range. Okay, so a few knights, which are soft... No, they're hard countered by Musafati warriors. If they're such a good unit, they need a lot of Musafati warriors to really see that. There you go, the 3 Earl's Guards, which are men-at-arms. Basically men-at-arms. And you also have a few of Lancaster Lords. Let's see what the... Gonna make Menza Musafati warriors. So this is very interesting. Now is where the Saharan trade network would really shine. If Steve tried to use his tempo to attack. And instead, Rental is just gonna build this 3rd gold pit out of the setup. Oh, and there we go. The Saharan trade network will shine through. Yeah, no way that Steve's gonna attack that. And attacking the barracks? Absolutely not worth it. But the Musafari warriors, they're so good. Against the units that Steve has.
Oh shit, there goes the channel. Almarl QC just raided with 1 odd ones.
Thank you so much for the raid. We're watching a joust match. Third game in the best of 3 series. Oh, and Steve getting losing that battle here. Going for having the Lord, going for a mix of Yeoman and the Earl's Guards. Yeoman, of course, are the Longbowman replacement. This is going to be a tough realization here for Rental as the White Tower absolutely decimates the Musafari warriors. Well, that was a very good call on the part of Power Steve. But the Musafari warriors in high numbers, they can still be devastating. And they're quite cheap to make, especially out of the Farimba garrison. Wow, Rental here with very good tempo is gonna try to get Freeborn warriors. Yeah, those are really powerful. Going for the ancient, I would only go for the ancient Stella or Steel, whatever the name is. We're going for the relics. Well, this one is the research. Okay, research here, ancient knowledge. Oh, I was just gonna attack, move into the base. Yeah, that's a decision that's being made. Oh my god, so many barracks. It's 6 barracks and the Farimba. No, it's 7 barracks. Yeah, I would probably just tiny little thing, like maybe add 1 or 2 more of the cattle ranches. You definitely want to take the cattle here. You don't want to store them all away. Or the Musafari just gonna burn the stable. Let's see how fast the stable burns. He's not gonna burn the stable. He probably realizes there are more important things to do here. Like kill these workers. You don't want to fight under the defenses. Musafari warriors are so bad at defending range units. Or defending against, like taking range damage. Like look at how easily they go down. That was so much value for Power Steve for that bad hit. Bad attack. But Rental might actually good stop micro. Doesn't quite get this around, but gets 1 worker. Yeah, and look at those yeomen just destroying the army of Power Steve. Yeah, so many freeborn warriors. These are so good at range, though. So there's the Musafari warriors that are going to be really good against those guards. And then we have the freeborns that are going to be good against yeomen. Might be worth it for Rental to keep them on separate control groups. So that it can just easily get the freeborn warriors to attack the back of protect the back row of the army. Ah, finally getting a mosque here is Rental. He already picked up this relic, so I think he's got 3 relics already? Oh no, the relic is right there. Yeah, nobody has taken any relics, which is very strange, because Power Steve in both games, he tried to go for the relics very early. I mean, this game he figures he needs to attack instead, but he's making a lot of these longbowmen. Alright, that's the first relic here for the monastery. He's making a lot of yeomen. Yeomen have that spell, a synchronized shot, where they all fire at the same target. It's kind of like a Mega now. Let's see how that goes. And the sheep got murdered. The poor sheep. Well, oh, Power Thief is going to take his sweet time decapping all of these. Oh, and capping them back up. Yeah, the merchant camp is worth it, though. Forgotten Ruins? Yeah, don't really care. Oh, see, Saharan Trade Network, totally worth it. This is so many units. 33 freeborn warriors and 7 Musafati warriors. It's just producing Musafati warriors. It's just insane. You don't take damage from the yeoman. Then yeah, you have the Musafati warriors taking care of the Earl's guards and the other units. Oh yes, the target fire of the Musafati warriors was so hard. Rental's actually gonna smash this army. Yeah, Steve is just retreating with whatever he can. I still don't think fighting the White Tower is worth it, especially not after the boiling oil comes through. Oh, and there's a Springled emplacement as well, so definitely not. But going around to try to hit this area, yeah, I would do that. I would absolutely do that. Oh, look at that. That's the scout taking the abandoned outpost for line of sight. That's the line of sight you're gonna get, right? Very interesting. Only 2 relics and already taking the sacred sites. There are 2 sacred sites here in this game. No, there are 3. There's the 3rd one that I somewhat missed. Yeah, so Rental sees this. He has so much army, and he's making siege from a workshop as well. I don't know why Rental made the mosque if he's just not gonna take the relics. Alright, attacking the White Tower from afar. Rental wouldn't be too afraid of making the siege workshop forward, but it's here instead. I was gonna try to fight under the White Tower just so that the repair doesn't really happen. And he's gonna try to burn it instead of fighting the units. But I still think it doesn't quite matter, but there's boiling oil here. And that's gonna really put a dent. And those freeborn warriors are so good. He really needed knights here. Our Steve are a lot more Earl's guards. He's floating 2,000 gold again. And floating gold is being a big problem in this series. Oh, and that's the White Tower gone. That's the White Tower gone. That big stalwart of protection here for the 2 golds, the 2 big golds of the sacred site, yeah, that's gone. Oh, and the two relics here in the monastery are also gonna go down. Yeah, Rental could go now. He doesn't need to destroy it. He could go, but Steve, man, this is so annoying. Steve is in a good position, but he can't make units. Oh, is he making crossbowmen? Do crossbowmen do anything? No, these are not even... They're not light or heavy. Crossbowmen are getting destroyed here. Melee is what you need for the freeborn warriors. Oh, this is gonna get converted! But siege does not get converted. That's just... Imagine siege getting converted. That would have been hilarious. But instead, the monk is gonna try to escape. He's gonna fail. Relic is in the sacred site, though. It's just absolutely insane. And we're gonna get to fight. Yeah, there's not enough units for Power Steve. This is a good fight he's taking, like, in the city and everything, just... Yeah, but the numbers just aren't there. As soon as that banner goes down as well, then... What can he do? Oh, that was actually a much better fight than I anticipated, because there are knights here. And he has all his guards and everything. That's... Like, he needs melee units, a ton of melee units, but even at 1,000 fruit per minute, he doesn't have the resources to do it. Whereas Rental has so many Musafari warriors in the bank. Yeah, and this fight, like, just... no numbers here. No numbers means that, like... Even taking... Like, resource-wise, this is a great fight for Power Steve. But... Because he's now busy trying to kill rams instead of killing the army. You know, I fully expect these traps to just... Back ground into the... It says counterweight trap, it's into the town center. Still a bug that won't get fixed, I don't think. No, no, yeomen are not good against the Freeborn Warriors! There's a big mix of Freeborn Warriors and the Mansa Musafari Warriors. So Musafari Warriors weak to range, Freeborn Warriors weak to melee. What are you gonna do? It's too good of a unit comp. And 17 workers have gone down in the meantime, because he's raiding with some units and... Yeah, this is the last landmark, so this series is definitely gonna go Rental's way. It's the first series in May's Joust. So... Yeah. An actual win condition getting achieved. I didn't surrender before. Alright, so that's the Joust for this week. Thank you all for watching. I took too long there doing the outro. That was a cool series. That was a cool series. Alright, let's go over to the live patch. The Homestead Cup is done for the day, I guess. Yeah, I'll bait and switch. You set so many units. It's impossible to fight that when you don't quite have your economy going. I don't know. Lancaster used to be so oppressive, and right now they're not worth it. Actually, the Homestead Cup is still going. Yeah, the men are changed, really killed them, and it's also so many resources to have them built. Yeah. Like, the player base was a bit traumatized. They were really good. And thank you for the raid again, Alma. I was in the middle of a game. How did the rest of the stream go? That was... like some Pathfinder. Wrath of the Righteous. Yeah, let's raid Age of RTS. Alright, peace. Peace out. See ya.
we were not horrible, we would probably play, right?
Makes sense, makes sense.